this video tutorial goes out to all the mothers out there, and the single mothers, and the working mothers, the entrepreneur mothers, who really are challenged with reclaiming their self-care practice. So I work with a ton of moms here at the Flowshala, and oftentimes women will settle into this feeling of guilt when they're taking time for themselves, or when they're taking a little time off work, or they're not doing everything with their kids, or maybe they're going on vacation, or they're just doing something fun for themselves. The mom guilt, it's real, it settles in. So I encourage you, firstly, to create awareness around where that guilt shows up in your physical body. Does it show up in your heart? Does it show up in your gut? Does it show up in your neck or your throat, like you're not able to speak or ask for help or talk about how these things are impacting your physical vessel? So stage 1, bring awareness around it. Stage 2, journal about it, meditate on it. So we teach a lot of different mindset practices here at the Flowshala, and taking time to get yourself into a parasympathetic nervous system state, I'll demonstrate. Just find a comfortable spot to sit. Close your eyes. Have your hands resting on your knees, either facing up if you're open to receiving wisdom, facing down if you're wanting to be a bit more reserved, or wisdom mudra if you're tuning into that intelligence of universal consciousness. And just relax your shoulders, lean back against your spine. And I recommend starting with 4-7-8 breath. So it's a deep inhale through the nose for the count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. Suspend the breath, so seal the glottis, tuck the chin and hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale through the mouth at first for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. So no matter where you're at, just try it out. We'll do 2 more rounds. Inhale. Pause and hold in that suspension of breath. That's where you trigger your parasympathetic nervous system to come online. And exhale through either nose or mouth this time for 8, releasing any stress or unneeded tension, any thoughts that are no longer serving you, any feelings of self-guilt or unworthiness or shame. One more time for this practice round, 4 counts in. Maybe even visualizing a 7-count pause, visualizing your highest self. Who are you when you're taking care of yourself, when you're acting from your highest self? Nourishing your body, taking time to relax, taking time to journal, and exhale for 8. So using the meditation practice daily to reset and recalibrate so that you can get your mind out of fight or flight and out of that fear state or that scarcity mindset. And then third, bringing in a journaling practice. So we use a technique here at the Flowshala where we do an emotional check-in, a physical check-in, 3 things to release, and 3 things to manifest for the day. This is a highly, highly effective journaling protocol that's super easy to remember, and it really builds on the skill of self-monitoring. So when you can recognize the patterns of what is my most common emotional pattern, or what's off about my physical check-in? Am I feeling bloated? Am I feeling tired? 3 things to manifest. This is not your to-do list, ladies. I know you've got plenty to do, but this is how you want to show up. What relationships do you want to nurture? Who do you want to reach out to? What creative projects do you want to get inspired by? What research do you want to do? So 3 things to manifest that are for you, not for everyone else. Don't worry about everyone else's needs, but 3 things that you'd like to manifest to start bringing your dreams into reality. And then lastly, the 3 things to release. These are fears or self-limiting beliefs that might show up consciously or unconsciously or even subconsciously, where you've got that inner critic that's just, because you're in a state of fight or flight often, that's when the prefrontal cortex or the inner critic will just go haywire, and that you'll hear that repetitive voice of, I'm not good enough, or I'm feeling shame, or I am guilty because I'm taking time for myself, or I should be doing X, Y, Z. So as you start to acknowledge that inner critic, you put awareness around it, you have an actual tool in your toolkit to get out of that fight or flight mode and get into a higher vibrational frequency. And then you start to journal and recognize the patterns. Then you're going to start to really unwind these patterns and start to create small little changes every day that are going to help you to live your highest self. So I encourage any mothers out there, working moms, entrepreneurs, single mothers especially. I myself am a single mama, and I have lots of friends that are also single mothers as well. And it is hard work. It's hard work to be a full-time mom and a breadwinner and do all the creative tasks. And just know that you're not alone and that we have these tools at our fingertips. And we are here to empower each other and to embody these practices often. And we know we're not perfect. And we have grace with ourselves when our schedule fills up. And we got one workout in a week. We're stoked on that. So we're here to support you, and we're here to help you build that up so that you can really embody the self-care practice and the flow state practice. We'll see you in the virtual studio soon. Namaste.